All right, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Croissant. How y'all doing? I hope everything is good. I hope y'all having a great week. Another day, another subpar Pokemon Presents, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I want to hear at this Presents is Pokemon Legends ZA. Let's be honest. But of course, we got to get through all the new business with these mediocre, mobile apps. Now, I have tried all of these apps, so I'm not just hating from outside the club, guys. I play Unite for over a year daily with some of my friends. Pokemon Go, I still play. Pokemon Sleep, I tried for like 6 months, and then I got tired of it. Pokemon Cafe Remix, I played that for like 3 months on my Switch, and then Masters EX, I tried that for like 2 weeks, and then I realized I just really didn't want to like commit to this kind of style of game. Well, let's get into what was covered in today's Presents. Now, Chris Brown comes out, and not the one you're thinking about, but he's talking about everything coming up in the world of Pokemon, and he gives some info on the World Championships in Anaheim, California, from August 15th to the 17th this year. Now, I'm glad we actually got to start off on a good note because I'm actually a big fan of Pokemon Concierge, right? Like, I loved watching every episode on Netflix, and I'm so glad to see the series is coming back in September. And this is really it's a relaxing story, and it's a relaxing series. They're very short episodes. You can get through like all of them in a very short amount of time. The story follows the main character. I forget her name. She's learning to be a Pokemon concierge at this resort, and she's learning to work with the Pokemon and help improve their guest experience at the resort. And the stop motion animation, guys, I mean, this reminds me a lot of the Christmas movies from my childhood, right? Like the Heat Miser, the Snow Miser, and like Rudolph. So this animation really holds like a special place in my heart. It really does. Next on the agenda, they announced Poke Park Kanto in Unagi City, Tokyo. This is pretty cool, guys. A new theme park where everything is themed around Pokemon in the Kanto region. I'm assuming everything is going to look like an actual Pokemon town, from Pokemon centers to Pokemon houses, Pokemon everywhere in town. This is the grand opening in 2026, early 2026, and ticket sales are planning to begin in late 2025. So look out for that. Now, one of my life goals is to go to Japan, guys, and now I'm adding this to the bucket list of things that I must do when I go there. Next, we got Pokemon Go Fest 2025. It's upon us, and from August 23rd to the 24th, we're going to be receiving more max raids featuring Eternatus. I don't do too many raids in Pokemon Go, but I mean, that's pretty cool. Next, Pokemon Masters EX is adding Carmine and Sinistcha. And now I never played that game too much, right? Longer than 2 weeks, but maybe people who still play it regularly are hyped. I'm not too sure. Next, we got Pokemon Cafe Remix. They're adding a Sea Adventure themed decoration set, Lapras in a Sea Captain outfit, Pirate themed Alolan Meowth Totodile, and Minccino are coming, as well as Jigglypuff in a summer outfit. Interesting. Now, next, the 4th anniversary of Pokemon Unite is on the way, and Latios and Latias are joining the fight, guys. Latios is joining on July 18th, and Latias is coming to the game on August 8th, showcasing some ability to be able to travel to each other on the battlefield with their ultimate, possibly. And starting today, a new Electrode Volleyball game mode is available at the end of this broadcast. Pokemon TCG made an announcement for their newest set featuring Mega Pokemon, guys, and we have Lucario, Kangaskhan, Gardevoir. We see some really cool arts for Venusaur in the Evolution line. Now, this is releasing Friday, September 26th, and the set is just called Mega Evolution. Next, we have the reveal of a new Pokemon puzzle game called Pokemon Friends, where you can have your quote-unquote eureka moment by solving daily puzzles that test the mind. This seems like a mobile app for like really young kids, guys. I mean, obviously you gotta be interested in Pokemon, but their parents don't want them, to be playing on their Switch all day, on Pokemon all day. So, they'll give them this app to sort of work on other cognitive abilities like pattern recognition, memorization skills, And I'm assuming like a few movement puzzles, right, where you're manipulating objects in a 2D space and a 3D space. Simple puzzles, but also, if you're an older guy, they have a higher difficulty, because I think they featured that in the trailer as well. Again, this is an app that I would use for like a week and then get tired of it, and I would honestly never come back to it. But it's nice, and it's available on the Switch and mobile, so I think kids would get a kick out of it. Next, there's some new information about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and how it's gotten graphical updates on the Switch 2 version. You can also look forward to some new Terra raid battles that will be in the game tomorrow. These feature these shiny treasures of ruin. So the premise of this event is there will be a 2-week window for each of the 4 Pokemon. And to gain a copy of the shiny version, players collectively, must defeat the raid 1 million times per Pokemon. I have not played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in over a year, and I'm definitely sure that the Terra raid battles and the shiny treasures of ruin is just not enough to get me back into the game. And that's just me being honest, my experience with the game. This is actually some good news, guys. We have Pokemon Champions news. We get some cool gameplay of the single and the double battles. You'll be able to play this from your Switch or your mobile device, and then you can link from Pokemon Home to use like existing Pokemon that you have from other games, or you can find new partners to battle alongside you from the game itself. And they give us a little view of kind of this process of recruitment. And to recruit Pokemon you're interested in, you're going to have 2 options, guys. A trial recruitment, which is a 7-day period with a 0 cost. This will allow you to use the Pokemon for 7 days, and then after that, the rental is over. And then the next option is the permanent recruitment, where you're going to have unlimited access to this Pokemon, and this is going to cost 1,000 VP. This could be different for different mons that come out, but right now in the trailer we saw 1,000 VP, and I don't know what it stands for, VP, but value points, I don't know, something like that. I don't know if this is an in-game currency that you can obtain by playing the game more, or if this is more of a way to monetize the game further. And then charge people for VP. It could be both. It could be both. And we'll have to wait and see, because Pokemon loves their money, and they're gonna find some way to monetize the heck out of this game. You'll be able to play against your friends and against people online in ranked mode, and training will be a new feature where for a VP cost, you can easily allocate EVs, decide their nature, decide which moves they have, all from one screen. Or from one menu at least. Some of these moves seem to also have a VP cost, right? This still has a planned release of 2026. Last up, guys, last but not least for the Pokemon Presents is the moment that we've been waiting for. The news that actually matters. We're talking about Pokemon Legends ZA. Meeting new characters, new locations, and new Pokemon. Let's get into the good stuff. First, we get a lot of B-roll of the new environments, and really what combat is going to be looking like. We get the reveal of a new Mega coming to the game, and we're talking about Mega Dragonite. That's right, and I can see where they're going with this, taking inspiration from Dragonair, the pre-evolution. But I'm not the biggest fan of the massive wings for the ears, guys. Because it seems that the tiny wings on his back got even tinier, right? And he's got a new set of shoulder pads, wings or feathers, whatever they are. And then he's got these massive moose antlers for ears, right? He's also got a longer tail with the ball on the end of it, which is similar to Dragonair. And a set of wings or feathers around his ankles as well. Personally, I think the shoulder pad and the ankle feathers are fine. I think they should have kept his original wings or made them bigger in the same style, right? And then added the smaller wings on like the sides of his temples like Dragonair has, but they're not like fully, big ass wings. And then they keep the tail with the ball. I like that aspect. I think if they did that, the design would have been a little bit better than what it looks like now. But maybe it'll grow on me eventually, I don't know. But right now it just seems a little silly. I'm assuming he could be Dragon Fairy in this form. That would make the most sense to me, but it would be pretty funny if he was just flying. Like he just gets his massive wings to represent that he's just a flying Pokemon now. We are stepping into the adventure with some new friends and Team MZ. Now we're going to meet Urbane and Tawny, which depending on which you choose, boy or girl, as your main character, this will determine which character we meet. They're going to recruit you to Team MZ, and the goal of the group is to protect the city of Lumiose. Now we meet the other two members of the group, Naveen and Lita. Their designs are okay. I think they're nothing special. But we get to see the city, what it looks like by day and by night. This night and day cycle is interesting. During the day, you're going to be able to explore, and then at night, it seems to be revolving around battling and competing in the ZA Royale. And as you advance in the Royale, you'll be able to meet and fight powerful trainers, which I'm assuming will act as like the gym leaders for this region. We meet one of the gym leaders or powerful trainers, and his name is Corbo. They also show off the hair salon and different customizable options for the character. And I will say I do appreciate the uniqueness to some of these outfits. When you look back to Pokemon like Scarlet and Violet and you see their outfits, they didn't have much variety in the designs and styles. Let's be honest. You can decorate your Furfro if that's what you're interested in, and play around with the photo mode and take pictures with your Pokemon. We'll also be working with a detective named Emma, and they showcase some of the side quests available throughout the region, where we see some kid next to a Watchog who is in his way, and I'm assuming we'll need to defeat the Watchog, and then that will move him, finish the side quest, you get some items or experience or whatever they're looking for. We also meet the professor for the region, the director of the Pokemon Research Lab. Her name is Mabel, and by catching Pokemon, you can help her research, and you can help her research out, and she'll give you useful items for the Pokemon that you capture. And next, they talk about how Pokemon are turning into megas. They're evolving into their mega evolutions, and they're popping up all over town, sort of like how Pokemon Scarlet and Violet outbreaks of the Max Pokemon happened. And these are more similar to the Alpha Pokemon that you took on in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And they mention how you're going to want to fight Mega Evolution with Mega Evolution. And the release date is closer than we think, guys. October 16th is going to be around the corner, and this game is available on Switch and Switch 2. And that's pretty much it for the Pokemon Presents, guys. I personally am excited for the Pokemon Concierge, Pokemon Champions, and of course, Legends ZA. Unfortunately, everything else doesn't interest me too much, and the mobile apps have kind of lost my attention over the years. But let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, are you excited about any news that was dropped today? Do you think it was lackluster overall? As always, a like, comment, and a subscription go a long way, and I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.